Ciao, amici. Hi, friends. I was missing you. I know that you haven't seen me for ages, and today I will explain to you why I was absent on this channel for such a long time. Actually, I disappeared to prioritize my brand and to conquer Milan. October, November, and December were just wild working months for me. I think it were the busiest months for me since my brand exists. And of course, I had to choose my priorities wisely because I'm only one person. I can't break myself in many pieces and work at everything at once. Also, because YouTube takes a lot of time. And these months, I had to prioritize my work besides YouTube. I work on my brand alone, besides some of my occasional collaborators. So these months I had to handle all this workload alone with some help of my dear husband. If you follow my channel and my journey, you know that I have a lifestyle brand, Itamaru, that is dedicated to Italy. And I have apparel, home decor, and scented candles in my collections. I make all my scented candles by hand myself. And it's a new line that I added to my brand only in April 2024. And as you know, fall winter season is the hottest time of the year in terms of sales for this kind of product. As this candles line is new for me, it's now in the phase of a very rapid growth. So from September to December, I was launching many new scents, new collections, and new formats. 2024 was also the first year when I decided to go hard with markets and to do as many pop-ups as I could from October to December in Milan. If you're new to this channel, I wanted to say that I live in Milan, Italy, and that's why I've chosen to start locally with the markets. I knew that markets are extremely tiring physically, but I decided to make my pop ups because I really wanted to meet my customers personally. I wanted to test my new product, my candles, because this way people can smell them and I can see an immediate feedback for the scents, for the designs, and the collections in general. So it was very important for me. I think it's the best way to test the product because selling it only online, it's not as easy to do. And it was also a perfect way for me to grow the brand awareness locally. I think it's a cool thing that people can discover a new brand for them and not only discover the new brand and to test, to try the products, but also to meet the founder personally. Because every time I was telling that actually I'm doing these candles myself by hand, and it's my brand. So I also developed all the designs of the candles and my other products. The reaction of people were very cute. I mean, it was very positive and I really loved to see it. These were the main reasons why I decided to go hard with markets and with my pop-ups. And during that market season, I filmed a lot of content, not only during the markets themselves, but also some preparations to the markets, some of the events that happened to me, some interesting things that happened to my brands in between, because there were many things happening and I will tell you about them later. So I filmed a lot of content, but I really didn't have time to elaborate it because I was not only making these pop-ups myself and I was present there all the time, but I was also working on marketing for my products, on the websites, on the collections launches, and also on the production of the candles. That takes a lot of time, especially because I needed to prepare for quite many markets, for quite big markets, and I knew that I needed quite a lot of products. So from today, I'm starting the series about my markets journey, and I will share with you all the things that I've learned there, and I will give you some tips based on it. Today, I will show you my very first really big market in Milan, and I will share my thoughts about it with you. So let's dive in. Ciao, amici. It's today's until the Sunday market. It's Friday, and today I need to smooth the tops on many candles. I need to put the labels and package them in the boxes to be ready. In fact, I will bring quite many candles from the new collections, so it will be the first time I'll be putting the new labels on the new vessels with the new fragrances, and I'm super excited. First of all, I'm super excited to see how people will react to these new collections, because every time for me it's a surprise. I mean, I can have my favorite fragrances or colors, but the clients always choose their favorites. So I'm very, very curious to see the reaction to my new collections this Sunday. So here is my impressive tool for smoothing the tops of the candles. Actually, as I explained before, vegetable wax, I use soy wax. In general, natural waxes, they are not smooth when the candle becomes solid after you pour it. So to have the aesthetic appearance of the candle and also the best performance, you should usually use heat gun or phone, I don't know, but I just bought heat gun because it was the most easy way to work with the candles. And you need to smooth the tops. You need to melt the upper layer, and after it becomes solid, it will be smooth. And here I already had for a while my new collection. It was curing. You see, it's all ready. I just need to smooth the tops. It's very beautiful vessels with a very silky matte touch of very beautiful colors. It's the Milanese collection that I have. And now we will smooth the tops. At the first market of the season, I've noticed that people really loved my mini candles. So I decided to make more of them for the bigger markets, because I knew that there will be a category of customers that is not ready to pay quite a lot for a big candle, maybe because they are not sure about their financial situation now, or maybe because they just want to try a new scent without investing too much. So I decided to make this cute minis because I saw that people loved them not only for their affordable price, but also for the packaging. I've noticed that at markets people really love to buy cute small things. So now I'm going to put the stickers. I printed them with my heat printer, and they look something like this when you put them. They are transparent, so they look great. It looks like a print on the packaging. Just look at this working process. It's a mess, but a beautiful mess. You see, it's transparent labels. I think it turned out really well. It's really beautiful and high quality print. Hi guys, there were days better than this, to be honest, because it's one day before the Sunday market, East market, that is really big. I mean, it's a big market, and it's also quite a long one because it's open for public from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. So it's like a marathon of a market. And yesterday I started to feel pain in my lower back, and today it got much worse. I don't feel good. I mean, it hurts not only to sit but also to walk. Like, really, I don't know in which position I need to be to not feel pain. I feel very tired of this pain, and I was taking like some anti-inflammatory medications, but they don't help me. The only positive thing is that my husband is a doctor, so he could prescribe me some stronger medications, and I hope that it will help, because otherwise it's not that I won't be able to work at this market, but I really can't leave. I mean, anything that I need to do just to stay still or to walk or to do any action, it brings me pain. So I'm very sad for this, because I mean, I was waiting for this event so much. It was so important for me. I hope that today by the evening I will feel better with these stronger medications, and I hope that I will be able to participate tomorrow and to not feel bad, because really it's a very long market and I think a tiring one, so I need to feel well. I can't feel like today, because otherwise I will just die from pain. So this is the situation. It happens. I don't know why it happens to me right before the market, one day before the market, because in general the point is that I don't have problems with back. I mean, it's not a very common thing for me. I've had problems like this maybe like couple of times in my life in general, after some super long flights or some, I don't know, wrong sport activity, but it was really rare, and this time I don't see any reason why it had to happen to me, because I wasn't sit still for too long, and I also didn't do like active sports. I mean, I did Pilates several days ago, but it was very soft. So I really don't know why it needs to happen to me at such an important moment. But it's life. Sometimes it gets in our way, and we need to deal with it. Luckily, I've prepared most of the things for the market yesterday, but I still need to put the labels on some candles, because I wanted to do it with the daylight to see better and also to film it and to show it to you.
Free flowing, sailing with the wind, not knowing how this story ends. Kind and brave, I know you'll find a way. Live your truth and good will come to you.
Here's the situation. I put the labels on all my Caffè Niente Parole candles. This is something new. I didn't present them in this format before. Last market I had them only in a limited edition vessel, the one that you've already seen on the footage. And I think they look very cute. Now I want to package them in the boxes, so when I make the sales, they are ready just to be put in the bag, and that's all. You know, quite often people ask me if it's actually fast and easy to make scented candles. The answer is it depends. It depends on which level you want to do this kind of product. If it's just your hobby or if you're going to do some product that is commercial. I mean, some product that the customers would love to buy. As you see, the process itself is quite tedious. I mean, it's all manual work, very precise, because my goal was to make a commercial product. I mean, something that looks quite professional, that is handmade, because all these candles that I make are hand poured, and all the labels are put manually, and all other details as well. But I wanted it to be attractive for the customers. So that's why I can say that it's not so easy. Because first I was studying to do it several months before I launched my collection. I was testing a lot. In general, in candle making, testing is crucial. I mean, before you start to produce the collections, the lines with some certain fragrances, certain shapes and sizes of the vessels, you need to test a lot to be sure that the candle performs well and that it also is safe for people to burn in their houses. So the answer is not. It's not easy and it's not fast for sure, because as you can see, the process itself takes many steps, because before pouring the candles you need to prepare the vessels, you need to wick them, you need to prepare the wax, the fragrance, to measure everything, and to prepare everything at the right temperature. After pouring, you need to be sure that the wick is centered well. Then you need to heat gun the candles and to put the labels and all the details. And these boxes with Morning in Milan scented candles are also ready. You see, I put the label just to be able to recognize them immediately, and I also put my Instagram and the QR code to my website. So tomorrow, when I will be selling, I can just grab this box. It's already packed and it's easy to recognize. And even if the person doesn't take my business card, he or she can scan this QR code and get to my website. And here is the morning of the market. First, I needed to go to the reception to register, and then I went to find my booth place. We were very lucky to be able to park near the building because we had many heavy bags and boxes with the candles and other stuff. In general, the most tedious part of the markets is always bringing all your stuff to the place and then making the setup. For this market, I brought my apparel collection, of course just a part of it because I have many more models and colors, but I can't bring everything. And I also brought all the collections of my scented candles that were available by that moment. It was my first such big market, so I really had no idea how many products I should bring. I decided to take the maximum possible, and of course my husband was very happy that the car was completely full to the roof. My main goal was to see the reaction of the customers to my products, because later I could give them the contact of my online store. My booth neighbors this time were mostly vintage sellers, some books, some home decor, and also cosmetics. And here you can see my finished setup. It's quite simple, but I think the products are well exposed. I put all my candles in a row to be easily accessible for the customers to smell. And it were all my fragrances in the collection at that moment. You can also see that I put on the table my branded postcards with the beautiful prints Omne vincit amor, what means love conquers all. And it's actually postcards, but they have my contacts on the other side, so I was using them instead of business cards, because I noticed that people love them more than just simple business cards. Here I decided to show you some of the embroideries in my apparel collection. They are all inspired by Italian lifestyle, as you can see. I was happy with my setup because I think it's quite minimalistic, but it helps the products pop up, and that was my final goal. So guys, the market has started. My booth is ready, and I wanted to say that in these markets the entrance is by payment. It costs €5, so the audience here is quite good. I see that there are quite, let's say, adult people, and I hope this day will go well. Guys, it's 11:45 and I already made the first sale before. The small Caffè Niente Parole candle. I know that people really love this scent and also the mini format. And there are quite many people. And another thing that I've noticed that is really nice, that everyone smiles when they see the names of Milanese collection. I will explain you names later. Fai con 0,5 forse. Come mi piace la mia presentazione. Basta, basta. So it's 3:30 and there's a lot of people, and now there was a girl from Germany that follows me on Instagram. She told me that she follows my brand on Instagram, and it was her goal to buy something from me here. Чин! Чин, чин! Ты с водичкой, чин! Hi guys, it's almost the end of East Market today, and I must say that I really loved this event. The audience is amazing here, and people loved my products, loved the new collections. I'm very happy about it because it was a way to test the new collections of candles for me, of scented candles, and people loved my concepts, aesthetics, and the names and the fragrances, so I'm very happy about it. And I'm happy that I will come back to East Market in November and December. And I wanted to show you the absolute bestseller of today. It's Caffè Niente Parole candle with coffee and vanilla fragrance with caramel notes. And people really loved it today. Not only today, also at the last market last Sunday. It was my bestseller, so I really recommend you to try it. So guys, I've showed you quite a lot from this market, from East Market in Milan, my first really big market ever that I did. And I wanted to make a little recap of this event. First, I knew that it's the biggest market in Milan. I think it's also the oldest one because, as I understood, this kind of format of events, of markets, East Market was the first one to create. And I realized that they are quite big because they have a huge following also on Instagram. But to be honest, I was still impressed by how many people were there. Like the flow of people never stopped. I mean, it started right after the opening of the doors of the event at 10 a.m. And it was quite strong until I think 8 p.m. The event itself finished at 9 p.m., but still there were some people from 8 to 9. So I could see that it's really a very popular and well-known event in Milan. And not only for people that live here, but there were also many foreigners, many tourists, and also people that come to study in Italy. So I was really, really impressed by the traffic there. Besides the amount of people, for me, it was really important that I saw that the audience there, most part of the audience was right for me. Because I've done one market in the spring in Milan, and that market was much smaller in a place that it's more far from the center. I mean, it's not as well known as East Market, but the problem is that that market was mostly visited by students because it was near students' town, and I realized that it's not my audience. I mean, of course, young people are also among my customers, but not like kind of regular kind of student, because my products in general are not very cheap. I mean, they have the right price for the quality that I offer, considering that it's all unique pieces and they are handmade. I'm talking about the candles, especially. So the prices are right, but of course, maybe for students they are a bit high. And at East Market, there were more adult people. I mean, older people that were the right audience for me. And I've noticed that they were also buying quite often more than one thing. In general, when you're planning to do your pop-up at some event, you should always consider the kind of audience there, because it's not only about the amount of people that visit this event, but also if it's the right audience for your brand. East Market is held in Milan in Via Mecenate. It's not far from Linate Airport, and it's not a very visited area, but people come especially to go to East Market. I mean, it's held in several big buildings, like huge ones. I think it were some ex-industrial spaces that then were remade for this kind of events. And what I appreciated is that my place was my booth was in one of these big buildings, and it was almost in the middle of the row, but more closer to the doors to the second exit that was closed for people mostly, but I mean, I wasn't right in the middle. And I was glad that I had that place, because right in the middle, the row was more narrow, and there were so many people that sometimes I saw that they had hardly could pass through this row because there were just too many people. And my place had a bit wider space between my booth and the booth in front of me. So it was quite easy for people to pass by. And for me, it was important because I placed all my candles on the edge of my table, because I wanted them to be closer to the customer, so everyone could smell them without problems, without ruining the exposition, and so on. So I made just a row of all the scents that I have in the collection, so everyone who wanted to try the scents could easily grab them and try them. The highlight of this pop-up for me was a girl from Germany, and she came to my booth and told me that she is following me on Instagram. She follows my brand on Instagram for some time already, and she moved to Italy to study here. She's a student here, and her goal was to come to East Market, because I announced this pop up on my Instagram, and she saw it, and she told that her goal was to come to East Market and to buy something from me to support my brand, because she loves it. And that was super sweet, super nice, and it really made my day. I mean, I realized that I'm doing something right, because if people come even from Germany to visit my pop-up and they follow my journey, this is something important for me. She got a t-shirt from my apparel collection with mocha and coffee embroidery. I really love it. It's one of my best sellers, so I'm glad that she chose it. I also love this design very much. My absolute best seller at this pop-up was Caffè Niente Parole scent of the candle. It's translated as coffee and no words from Italian. It's some fun way to say caffè niente parole. It's like when you want to enjoy your coffee alone without anyone disturbing you. And it's a very warm, sweet, and tasty scent, very original one. It's a scent like a blend of Italian espresso and vanilla, but very natural one, very soft one, because I hate like artificial fragrances. I mean, when you just feel that the smell is artificial. This fragrance that's blend, I created it myself, and I'm very proud of it because it turned out super natural. It really smells like coffee with I don't know, something like latte with caramel or something, caramel latte, something like this. So you feel the notes of coffee, vanilla, and some caramel. It was funny that when people were trying all the scents from my collection, every time they were taking Caffeine and Parole candle, their face was just changing when they were smelling it because it made some incredible impression on them. So I'm very proud that I managed to create myself a scent that people loved so much. And from all the candles that I've sold that day, I think 80% were the candles with Caffè Niente Parole scent. And I had this scent in three formats. In the standard one, you saw how I was putting the labels on the standard format of this candle in the video. And I had a mini version of this scent in this small, cute packaging, like a tin. And I also had a bigger limited edition version of a vessel, very beautiful one, very elegant. I will put the photo here. And it was the same scent, just in a limited edition vessel. And people also loved it a lot. It's like glass vessel with a lid and it's matte black. Another thing that I really loved about this event is that it was the first time when I presented my Milanese collection. I have a special collection in my candles line dedicated to Milan and to some special characteristics of this city and to some personas of this city, let's say. I mean, some characters of this city. And people really loved the names of the candles. In my collections, usually I don't give the names to the candles that are very related to the scent itself. Usually, I create some special names for each scent that is my own, and people really appreciated it. For example, in my Milanese collection, there are now four scents. Three of them have the name that is an Italian word from Milanese dialect. For example, shura, what means it's a way to call like very beautiful signora, very stylish one, very sophisticated, that knows how to enjoy her life and to live in a very chic way. Then there is Bausha. Bausha is like a rich, stylish, and elegant man from Milan that is also very business oriented, and he also loves to show off a bit. The third name from this collection, Nebiun. Nebiun, it's nebbia, like a fog. It's translated as fog from Italian, but Nebiun, it's a word from Milanese dialect. And Milan is very famous for its foggy and mysterious weather. So I decided that it would be also a nice way to reflect the soul of the city in my collection. And the fourth fragrance is called Morning in Milan. It's not Italian word. Actually, I called it in English because I wanted it to be clear for everyone. And it's a scent that I created because I was inspired by how clean and fragrant Milan is in the morning. Because in the center of Milan, in the nice areas of the city, I mean, in the center of the city, there are concierges that take care of each building, and they clean all the stairs, entrances of the buildings, and so on, with soap, like with some detergents that usually have very fresh fragrances, like fleur d'orange or something like this. And I was really inspired by this tradition. I wanted to reflect this fresh fragrance in my collection, and it also contains fleur d'orange. So what I really loved is that people, when they saw the names of my Milanese collection, they were always smiling because they were understanding immediately the concept of this collection, and they told that it reflects Milan really well. Another highlight of this pop-up was, of course, that my friends came to visit me. Also, my husband supported me a lot because he helped me to arrive to the event with all my stuff, to set up a bit. Then he came a couple of times just to visit me, and then he helped me to pack everything and bring home. And of course, we couldn't ruin our tradition, and we needed to make cheers with Aperol Spritz. What comes to the cost of this market, it is quite high because they know that they can provide a really good traffic, and they have a big following on social media. So every time they promote some new market, some new events, people know about it and they really come there. So the price is quite high, but I managed to get I paid for 3 events at once in 3 months for October, November, and December, and I managed to get a lower price for each event in this way. So for me, it was quite high, but it was fine. I think that it worth it because they really organize a great event with a nice audience, and it worth to pay this money. What about the sales? To be honest, that time, looking at all this amount of people, I expected a bit more of sales, but still I made good money. I mean, I don't complain. I made my booth money back, and I earned also some money above it. So I was totally fine. I mean, I was glad about the results, especially because for me it was really a test of such a big event, and also about all the new products that I presented there. So I was quite satisfied with outcome, but I expected a bit more. But it's fine. You never know at which event you earn more or less. It's you can never predict it, as I understood by my experience. Even if you're doing the same event, because for example, other 2 events with this market that I did later, they were even more successful for me. So it's fine. I mean, I was quite satisfied, so I think it was a great event. I hope you liked this video that turned out quite long, and it's just the first video in my markets series. I will show you all the events that I did from October to December in Milan in the end of 2024. And stay tuned. Now I will post twice a week, so you will get fresh videos from me quite often. Ciao!